Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
A couple interesting stories for you. One is about a man from New Zealand named Hui Gao, who has been dubbed the Accidental Millionaire. What happened is that there was a bank error which accidentally transferred millions of dollars into his bank account. He applied for a $100,000 overdraft to keep the doors open at his BP gas station, and instead Westpac Bank mistakenly transferred $10 million, rather $10 million, which equates to 8.2 million US dollars into his bank account because of a decimal point error. So basically, he took that money, transferred it out, and fled to China, thinking, this is my opportunity, I've got all this money. Turns out he's going to be spending 5 years in jail. He got caught, Lewis, and it didn't work out that well for him.
So do we have the details on how he got caught?
It's not totally clear to me. He had an accomplice, his 32-year-old girlfriend, Kara Huring, who's also going to serve 9 months in home detention, according to the New Zealand Herald. So they worked together to get the money out. The question is, would you give the money back if there was a similar bank error? I mean, it's like Monopoly, bank error in your favor, right. Collect whatever. I mean, that's basically what we're talking about here. What would you do?
I don't know. I'd probably just give it back because, I mean, chances are you're going to get busted.
The question is, what's the amount? But the issue is, as the amount goes up, the odds of getting caught go up. So, like, for example, if $10,000 appeared in my bank account, I would say, listen, over the course of my life, these $10,000 are not really going to be the make or break difference for me. And the fact that if I do use the money, don't say anything, get caught, whatever, I could be punished, it's not worth it. I'm going to call up. Of course, as the amount of money goes up, once you get into money that is life-changing, you say to yourself, well, if I didn't get caught, we're talking about life-changing money here, but of course the punishment potential goes up. I mean, risk and reward are directly correlated here, aren't they?
Right.
Someone told me that if it's over 1.5 million, that's the cutoff. Now, if it's I don't understand what that means.
For what?
That means that if it's above 1.5 million, you would try to keep it, or if it's above 1.5 million, you would be too scared and you would give it back. I don't understand what the cutoff is. Right. I wish I knew what the guy meant.
There's a cutoff.
That's certainly the cutoff. I'm not sure what we're cutting off.
Huh.
What about for you? I mean, how would you handle this?
Well, I think the higher the amount of money, the more likely you are to get busted. So
it also, I think, depends what country you're in, right? If this happens when you're spending 2 months somewhere else and you think, let me get the money out and go back to the U.S. and then, I'm going to play dumb here, maybe that's one thing. On the other hand, maybe it would be a bad idea if you're in a country like New Zealand or the U.S. where you have a perception that the banking system is more regulated, more likely you'll get caught. Maybe that changes what you do. I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine certain countries might have provisions where if this does happen by accident, depending on the amount of money, I mean, it's just insured or something like that.
But that's the other thing. Can you really? This guy clearly took the money and changed countries, so it's very obvious he knew what was going on. But what if you just kind of don't do anything?
Yeah.
And you start spending some of the money slowly, but you don't really draw attention to yourself. Maybe that makes it more likely to not be seen.
Who knows?